Hey everybody, it's Chad Biggers again. Welcome to the fourth week of the Ohio City TV, the official live stream from Ohio City Incorporated. I want to real quick before we get into everything, throw it over to Whitney, and you can see her in a second, so she can talk about this week's art submission.
Yes, so if you've been following us, you'll know that we put out a call to local artists so we can have awesome backgrounds while we're doing our broadcast. And this week we are featuring local artist Malaz El Jimiabi, who was also on our call last week, talk about an IOB project that she recently got funded and provided resources to Riverview residents. And in the picture you'll see, this is Jocelyn White. She is a resident at Riverview. And this is one of the pictures that was taken during the Riverview Welcome Center engagement process last spring and summer. If you've driven past down West 25th Street and past the Welcome Center, right beside Riverview Tower, you would have seen a lot of pictures of residents and community members plastered to the wall in a beautiful way. The whole purpose was talking about dignity and, what do residents really want to see come from the Welcome Center. So this is one of the pictures that we wanted to show as our art piece today. And this is photography done by Malaz El Jimiabi. Thanks, Malaz.
Thank you so much, Malaz. And all of Malaz's information is on the screen. And every time we have that up, it should have all of her information, her website, as well as her Instagram handle. So you can check that out and get in touch with her. And there we are. How's it going, Whitney?
It's going. I'm happy that it's 70 degrees. The rain I was planning on doing some outdoor stuff, but I'll take the sun. I'll take 70 and rain any day over snow.
Yeah, I am of the belief that I'd rather it be cold than hot, because I can always put on more layers.
That's true. That's why I like 70. That's reasonable for me.
Yeah, no, I don't like heat, and I really don't like rain. So I'm doing okay.
The earth needs it. It's a cleansing. Maybe, hopefully, it's washing away COVID-19.
That's true. Maybe. I think it's a disappointing for a lot of people that it rained today, which was supposed to be the day that patios were open for the first time in months.
Oh, that's true.
It's really disappointing, I know, for a lot of people. But it's just the way it goes sometimes. So today,
it's a day-by-day process. Well, I didn't ask how you were. How are you?
I am good. Like I said, the rain's getting me down. I injured myself earlier making lunch. Cut my hand doing something my wife told me not to do, because I would cut my hand doing it, and I said no, and then I did.
See,
so
this is where husbands need to listen to wives. Just listen
true.
to us. We know best.
It's not just that I cut my hand. It's that then my wife saw that I had cut my hand, and she looked at me and said, "You did it while you were making lunch, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Oh." So there it is.
It wasn't a "I told you" look, was it?
Oh, it was definitely an "I told you" look. So it's all right. I'm really excited today, though, because we have Keri Palma and Matt Burke, who work with us at OCI, but they are the ones who manage the Near West Rec program. And so I'm really excited that we get a chance to talk to them. So I'm going to go ahead and put up the information so everyone can see it. I forgot to stop it. See what happens. So there you go.
I think a lot of residents know Matt and Keri. We call her KP, short for Keri Palma. I would like to think a lot of residents are familiar with Matt and KP, just because you guys handle the fun stuff at OCI, sports, youth, activities. So I wish I had your job.
That is true. And there they are. Hello, KP and Matt Burke. How are you two doing?
Great. What's going on, guys?
Doing good. Yeah. I'm like Whitney. I'm enjoying 70. I don't care if it's rainy or sunny. Bring it on.
Right. 70 is perfect.
It's always 70 in my house.
I'm going to throw this out there. Little known fact. KP, maybe we like the heat a little bit more because you're from North Carolina and I'm from Oklahoma. So the heat, I need it. I need it. And Chad, tell us where you're from. That's probably why you prefer cold.
Oh, I am from all over. Most of my life from Wisconsin.
Yeah, snow all day.
I don't enjoy the snow all the time.
No?
I'm also a transit rider, so I really don't like the snow because transit riding plus snow equals a miserable experience.
Yeah, I agree.
So there's that. Um,
Sorry to take us off topic.
Yep, that's all right.
Go back to Near West recreation stuff.
So, what's going on with Near West Rec during all of this?
So, we've been doing a variety of things. Just like most things, when school got canceled, all of our sports got canceled. Basketball season went without our end of season tournament. We had to cancel lacrosse, and we also are canceling our baseball and softball season, even though there was an announcement from Governor DeWine yesterday. But to feel safe, we think it's best that we cancel it and look forward to fall. And we just want everybody to be safe. That's how we've always been, is everybody safe. So we're like, what can we do to help keep kids engaged? And we've had a variety of ideas, I think. And I'll let Matt explain his cool idea, but I'll tell you the few things that I've been working on with Matt's help is we've been doing family activity bags, which contain sports equipment and board games and card games, and giving those out to families. Just want to keep people engaged, especially it's been cold the past few months. No school, you're stuck at the house. What can you do? So just keeping engaged, keeping y'all off Netflix and the Xbox. So, we're giving those out to families. We just gave out almost the last batch. We have a few more left, but I think we had about 85, 90 families we gave bags to, over 200 kids we've reached.
Nice.
And a lot of that came from donations from the community. We sent out the need a few weeks ago, or maybe almost a month ago. And Ohio City and other residents stepped up and donated equipment or gave us money or bought stuff off our wish list. So big shout out to everybody that kind of helped out with that. It was awesome. My whole office was full of goodies. It looked like a toy store. So that was our one big thing. And then we've been doing weekly giveaways for new equipment. So we will be doing those for the rest of the summer. It's basically, you follow us on Facebook. Matt sends out the post of what you can post. It's either a picture, you answer a question, and then we do a random drawing. It's all new equipment. I think last week we gave out a soccer goal and a new a soccer ball. So it's all new stuff, and it's
nice.
It's participation. It's random drawing. We just want kids to have fun this summer, social distance, be safe, and we're here to help however we can. And I'll let Matt can jump in with his cool workout Wednesday. It's awesome. Matt, a lot of stuff out there, a lot of energy.
Before we go ahead and actually get to the workout Wednesday, which I'm really super excited to talk about, I wanted to ask, how can people get the information for you guys? Post your weekly giveaway stuff to Facebook, right?
Yes.
Okay, so they just have to follow you guys follow Near West Rec on Facebook, and they can get that.
Yes. Yeah, so we post on Monday. Matt usually posts. I think this week is tell us your favorite coach, I believe, right, Matt? Yeah.
Yeah, give a coach some love.
Yeah. And then you have the whole week to comment, and then you do the drawing on Friday, and you coordinate a drop off to your home for the prize if you want it. So it's very easy. Follow on Facebook, Near West Rec.
That is wonderful. I will throw out that is in the description. If you tuned in about 30 seconds ago before I mentioned that information was not in the description, but it's there now. So all the information to get in touch with Near West Rec is actually within the description for the video. So Matt Burke, why don't you talk to us about what you've been working on?
Yeah, so like Keri said, it's all about engagement, and being a rec organization, we're engaging on the field face to face. So we had to completely change the way we reach our families, the way we reach our players. The social media is huge because social media is free, so it's easily accessible. But we wanted to continue that sports aspect, recreation aspect. So Chad, when you first started OHC-TV, we had an idea to do some workout Wednesdays to throw in the mix. And we're featuring simple activities that everybody can do at home. And if you don't have the equipment, we'll work to provide you with that so everybody can participate. But the goal is simple activities you could do with little space at home, little equipment, and sometimes even no equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
I absolutely love it, and I'm so excited because I get to make sure everything's put together beforehand, so I get the first or second view of Workout Wednesday every week. But I'm also really excited because we have a clip from the first week of Workout Wednesday, which is 2 weeks ago, and the clip is you talking about what you call the surfboard stance and how to be ready to throw a lacrosse ball with a stick at a wall, which is something I'm absolutely terrified to do because I'm pretty sure I would be horrible at it.
Gotta have quick hands, that's for sure.
I'm going to go ahead and play that clip for everybody at home so they can see it and see what they are missing if they're not watching Workout Wednesdays. So here we go.
So when we start playing wall ball, it starts with our feet. We get our front foot pointed, and we get our back foot on an L. Make sure they're spread out comfortably, and you're up on the balls of your feet. This is our surfboard stance. With our hands, top hands halfway down, bottom hands around the butt end. We point our elbow at the wall, we point our butt end at the wall, and we always make sure our stick head's facing up.
So that was it. Awesome. I really love it. If you haven't seen it, you should do it. And when is Workout Wednesdays? When does that come out? When can people watch it?
Every Wednesday, 1 o'clock on the Near West Rec Facebook page, and we usually share to Ohio City Inc. as well.
Wonderful. So we did lacrosse the first week. What was this week?
Yeah, so the one we dropped on Wednesday was how to throw a ball and feel the ground ball, so baseball and softball skills. And then next Wednesday, we're going to do a little basketball ball handling. Start with dribbling, and then some activities that we could do. If it's a rainy day like today, what can you do inside without breaking some furniture?
Yes. Let's please make sure we highlight that.
Yeah, safety is key. I was grounded multiple weeks for breaking stuff in my parents' house.
So I think this is really, really great what you're doing, because I know that one thing that parents, especially with small children, have been looking for are activities, ways to keep everybody sane. So if the children are happy, then the parents are usually happy. Can you talk a little bit more about what Near-West Recreation does as a whole and the impact that you've had on the community through this program?
I missed you on the last half of that question, Whitney.
Was my my mic breaking up?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. How do I sound now?
Perfect.
Is it clear? Okay. So I was just asking if either of you could talk a little bit about Near West Recreation, the history of it, the impact that you've had on the community, and how it all ties together and how it's even beneficial right now.
Yeah, I'll give the quick summary. So it started in 2011 as just a T-ball league. I think Ohio City did a T-ball league, and Tremont had two separate leagues, and it was really like new families were moving to the neighborhood. How can we just keep everybody engaged and meeting each other like a true community? Something like I grew up, baseball, sports was where you met your friends, where you met your parents had friends, and that's how everybody kind of got together. So that was the idea when they created Ohio City T-ball. And then 2013 is when the four Near West Side CDCs, so Detroit Shoreway, Metro West, Tremont, Ohio City, came together and said, let's do Near West Recreation. And since then we've grown it gradually every year. So now we do, I'm running down all the sports: basketball, lacrosse, baseball, softball, track, soccer, volleyball, and some off programs like boxing we've done before. We do a lacrosse camp now. We help with a spring break camp. So there's a variety of little stuff we do. And the big thing is that we want to provide a good sports league for kids to play in their neighborhood. They don't have to go far away. We want it high quality, and it's a great way to get mentors, volunteers to work with the kids. They live in the Near West Side. I always thought it was cool when you ran into your coach at Walmart when I was a kid, and now it's kind of like the same. We're using the local parks, so just traveling and expenses are low, and kids can have a good time. Our number one thing is kids having fun, kids being safe, and just learning about each other, building friendships. Right now, before COVID, we probably were doing about close to 1,300 kids annually through all the sports. So we don't only want to be like a rec league that you would see. We also want to make sure we're providing those extra resources. So we also, when we're sending out information, if there's things that we know families might need, we try to connect them to those the best we can. So it's not just like come play and then leave us. We think of everybody as a family and how we could help you out. So again, during this time, if you need something other than recreation and sports, we do work with other partners that provide those extra things, and we want to help. So I don't know if you want to add anything, Matt.
I think the toughest thing is missing those interactions with our families and with the kids on the field. And it's definitely been tough, but we love all our Near West Rec family so much. We miss you guys, so we're really looking forward to getting back on the field together.
I just want to throw this out there. I think it is amazing the amount of work that the two of you do as a two-person shop running this. How many kids did you say, KP?
About 1,300 annually.
1,300 annually.
Some are counted twice because they play multiple sports, but yeah, 1,300 annually. Yeah, me and Matt are running around, but we want it the best for the kids. So.
And I run into Matt Burke every now and then down here in Tremont at Lincoln Park when he's painting lines for stuff, because that's how Near West Rec has to do it. Is these two people do just about everything. I think that's amazing.
I'll even add to that. I think that this is definitely a holistic form of community engagement. You're covering so many bases. You're bringing so many age groups and demographics of people together. And your volunteer coaching, I think, takes it to that next level, because now you have the parents involved, you have residents who are sharing their skills and expertise in specific areas. And it's health, it's utilizing our green spaces. There's so many things attached to this. I agree with Chad. What you all are doing is great. And I volunteered to be a volleyball coach one year, and it was awesome.
Speaking of being a coach, what kind of experience does someone need?
Well, it's actually, it really works out great, because we try to balance coaches with experience with people who may be interested in helping out but don't know how. So that may be a parent, somebody that lives in the neighborhood, like you said, Chad, that might not have as much experience. And as we grow, we're offering coaches training. So for lacrosse, one of our newest sports, we do offer free coaches training for any Near West Rec coach that wants to become a lacrosse coach, or anybody in the community. I mean, I think as we continue to grow, we'll see those in more sports to engage more volunteer coaches.
Awesome.
I think the number one thing is, if you like kids and you like the sport, there's room for you. We have sports where the kids are 4 and 5, so you do not need to know every in and out of soccer or baseball or basketball. If you can keep the kids engaged for 30 minutes, you're kicking butt.
Right.
That's very interesting. So what age groups do you have kids in the sports in?
So it's sports specific, but some sports we start at age 4. So your soccer and your t-ball. And then some sports we go all the way up to 17, 18 with basketball. It kind of depends on the sport, the skill level, and the interest level. Generally, a 7-year-old can play every sport we offer. So generally our age is 7 to 14. So we have the sport probably 7 to 14 covers all of our sports. And then we have some that go up a little bit more and some that go a little bit further south.
Wonderful. And if I'm a kid who has never played lacrosse before in my entire life, is this a good way for me to kind of get into it without having to be terrified of being awful at lacrosse?
I think Near West Rec is the perfect place to learn a sport. The main reason Keri said is just low cost of entry. We pretty much take away all the barriers of normal traditional sports leagues. For lacrosse, we offer learn to play clinics. Our league is really focused on fun. That's one of our pillars. We just want to have a good time. If you're here to get a good workout in, you want to meet people, you want to make friends, and you want to play a sport, Near West Rec is the right place for you.
All right. Amazing. So is there anyone that you feel the need to give some credit to? I mean, you mentioned the coaches, you mentioned the families, and we mentioned you all because, like Chad was saying, you're doing a great job with this program. How is it funded if you're not charging, or you are charging, but if the costs are affordable, how is this program being supplemented?
So we get a lot of sponsorships from local businesses, which we are grateful for and appreciate them. Those are our team sponsors. We've been getting a sponsorship from Ohio Saving Bank. They've been basically they kicked off with a big grant from the beginning and have always been a partner with us since the get-go. We also get funding from the city, and we find other ways to find money, grants. We just had our first fundraising event this past January. We're hoping to bring that back, casino night. So look out for that. Anybody that's in the mood to gamble some money for the kids. But yeah, for avenues, we're always looking for sponsors. And we appreciate those businesses that have been sponsors from the get-go, and they continue to do so. And we hope they are doing well as well during this time.
Yeah, I definitely have to give a special shout out to US Lacrosse and Urban Community School. That partnership with Ohio City Incorporated is what created my job, created the lacrosse field at Urban Community School, and allowed us to engage so many kids across the city. Definitely very appreciative.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
I don't have any more questions. What about you, Whitney?
I think that's all that I have. Is there anything else that either of you would like to add before we on to the next subject?
Everybody just be safe out there. If you need equipment or if you have ideas and you want to see us put together a video for you, we will do it. We're happy to help. We're here for you guys. And then I don't know if Matt wants to sign off with his quote.
Before you do that, Coach Burke, I just want to throw this out there. Carly commented. She's apparently watching us and went ahead and threw out there, "Good, go, Coach Burke."
Oh, great!
All right.
Shout out to Carly.
All right, go ahead and sign off, Matt.
All right, everybody, stay safe, stay active, and be kind. Peace.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
So, it's just us again, Whitney.
It's just us.
Just us. All right. So that was awesome. I absolutely love them. Love that group and that team. I am really athletically challenged, so I think it's amazing what some of the stuff they're doing. So it was so great talking to them all today.
I think the good thing is if you want to participate, there's something for everyone to do at any level. Even the community events that Matt and KP hold, celebrations, the postseason and preseason celebrations and signups. They're always looking for folks to help on the grill, when the weather's nice and COVID-19's not here, and, looking for people to help with sign-in or scorekeeping, timekeeping. There's always a role for someone who to fit in any capacity.
It's true. They are. Like I said, all of the Near West Rec information, contact information is in the description for this video. It's also on the Ohio City website. If you go to ohiocity.org, there are links there that will get you there, or get you to the Near West Rec information. And I know for a fact that those two love having volunteers sign up. So if you do want to get involved, it's a place to go do it. That's really all I've got today. Do you have any updates you want to talk about, or do you want us to go ahead and put those up?
You can list them. I think that every week we'll just be sharing the resources that we talk about regularly. And if we provide a link for you, they are updated on the back end. So it's new information, it's current information. And if there are any questions, Chad has beautifully put together all this information and ways to get in touch with us and ways to get in touch with the resources we have listed.
Absolutely. So on the screen right now is the text line. Which is phenomenal. I'm so happy that that's happening. If you can, all you have to do is text subscribe to 216-250-1919. And that'll get you signed up for weekly updates, right, Whitney?
Weekly updates every Monday, late afternoon, sometime between 2 and 4.
Yeah, I think that's really important too. I think it's really important because not everybody has access to the internet. I know that we're live streaming this over the internet, so there is that. So if you are seeing this and you know somebody who's not seeing this but could still really benefit from that, make sure you share that number with them.
Absolutely.
Because that's how we as a community are going to get information out. So I think that's phenomenal that you set that up. You want to talk about the Target charity registry?
Yeah. So we are still taking donations. We've started a online charity registry with Target for residents who are looking for ways to obtain household items. So some of our focus is seniors, elderly folks who may be living by themselves or have difficulty getting around, and also folks with mobility issues. So if you know someone who is struggling or looking for certain items, and when I say household, I'm talking about things like dishwashing liquid, laundry detergent, the items that you may not be able to find so easily at a food pantry or another donation drive. So, people still need those items too, and we got to live, we got to survive. So let's help each other out. Go to the website, the link that is posted underneath Ohio City Target Charity Registry, and purchase a gift card. Ohio City Inc. will order the items and deliver them to, Target will deliver the items to the residents that we learn of that need specific items.
That's wonderful. And then Matt Burke talked about it, but it's the last thing on the screen. Make sure at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, you head over to the Near West Rec Facebook page and you check out Workout Wednesday, especially if you're like me and you need to learn some ball handling skills for basketball. So I would definitely check that out. The wonderful thing about those videos, as well as these videos that we are live streaming, is that Facebook, social media is pretty much forever. So if you miss it, you're not able to get to it at 1 o'clock, you're not able to see this at 3:15 every Friday, you can always go back and watch it again. So it's there, the information is there, which means you can watch the wonderful Week 1 lacrosse tutorial every single day and just keep getting better and better and better. So make sure you check that out. My last update that I want to share is about the Ohio City-TV art call that we have going on. Last week we had a wonderful sculpture from Mike Kaplan over at the Ohio City, over at the Bubble Glass Project. Glass Bubble Project. Glass Bubble Project. See what happens when I don't have notes up. In Ohio City, and it was a phenomenal jellyfish lamp. I thought it was beautiful, and we were excited to share that. This week we have a photo of Riverview resident Jocelyn White, and Whitney talked about that earlier. And this is from Malaz, and I think it's great that she has that in there. And so we're still collecting art. We've got a few submissions, and so we've got a couple of art pieces for the next few weeks to go with. But we want to see any kind of art you have. It could be a photo, it could be a painting, it could be anything, poetry even, we talked about last week.
Yeah.
So make sure you send that to info@ohiocity.org and just put OHC-TV art in the subject line, so that way we can make sure it gets forwarded to us. That's also the email that if you have any questions, comments, or ideas on what we can do to make Ohio City TV better and more informative, or just to tell us how amazing you already think we are, you can also just send an email to info@ohiocity.org and just put OHC-TV in the subject line. We'd love to hear all of your comments. That's all I have for today. You got anything else, Whitney?
Well, the one thing I will point out lastly is the local resources link on Ohio City Inc.'s website. You can keep up with what's going on with COVID-19 and what businesses are open, how social services are operating, and you can find that out at www.ohiocity.org/COVID-19.
Wonderful. All right. Well, it was wonderful talking for everybody. I like to say these are my 30 most productive minutes on Facebook that I'll have all week. All right. Guess I'll see everybody next week.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.